Hey everyone, my name is Jessie and welcome back to my channel, and I'm so excited. This is my first video of the new year, so happy 2020 you guys. I hope you had an amazing holiday season. I know I did. But for this week's video, I kind of wanted to do a behind the scenes look, kind of a step-by-step process on how I make my food videos, because you never get to see that process. All you see is when I upload the final product, but you never get to see what goes into making that final product happen. And I think that's really cool and interesting, kind of seeing behind the scenes look. And so I really hope you enjoyed this video. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so step number one is coming up with a video idea. Now, I use a bunch of different resources as inspiration. I usually go through either my cookbooks here, and if you want to see my cookbook collection, then I'll link it in the description box down below, so check it out. But I'll either go through my cookbooks, or food apps that I downloaded on my phone, or videos here on YouTube, or magazines, TV shows, things like that. And so say for example, I want to make something with chicken, then I will try and find a recipe that includes chicken and either pair it with like an awesome side dish or some sort of glaze or dressing on the side, you know, something like that. And then I will just kind of like put my own twist on it and see if I want to include other ingredients that the recipe didn't call for, things like that, try to like make it my own. Okay, so step number two is making a list of ingredients to make said dish. And so I usually either use like a pen and paper, or I'll just make notes on my phone, either or whatever I'm feeling that day. And then I'll just go through like my pantry and my refrigerator just to make sure I have everything that I need. And of course, if there's something that I don't have, then I will write it down on my list and then I'll head to the store. Okay, so I have my list of ingredients that I need to get, and I have my reusable bag, so let's head to the store. Got the goods, now let's get home. Okay, so I just got back from the store, and so now I'm just going to put some of this stuff up and then I can start prepping the rest of my ingredients to make the video. Okay, so I went ahead and put up all of my groceries and I set up my prep station. So I have my cutting board with my knife, and then I went ahead and got a bunch of prep bowls. And it's just really good, not just for video making, but just cooking and baking in general. You always want to make sure to prep all of your ingredients and set them all out prior to cooking and baking, just so you can see everything that you have and make sure you have enough of what you need. Because the last thing you want is to be in the middle of cooking and then you end up you either don't have something completely or you don't have enough of it. So I'm going to chop up some onions, I have some bell peppers, some celery, some garlic, and then I went ahead and have a garbage bowl, just something that you can put like your scraps in or things like that. And so I went ahead and gave my produce a good rinse. You always want to make sure that you rinse your produce before cooking, just because you never know what could have happened to them, you know, a bunch of hands going through them and all that other stuff. So just giving these a rough chop, cutting off the edges. And so I'm just gonna do this. Okay, so now I'm just going to give my bell peppers a rough chop. And I guess this kind of goes without saying, but I do all of the prep work myself. Unfortunately, I can't afford to have someone help me, and so I do everything, like I said, myself, from the prep work to setting up with the lights and the camera and things like that. Of course, you know, you saw us go to the grocery store earlier, so I did that as well, which is fun. I don't mind doing it. To be honest, I actually really do like going to the grocery store. I know not a lot of people do, but for me personally, I like it. I think it's fun because you get to see all of course, the product, and then you get to kind of get like an idea on what you want to make and get inspiration from, like, oh, they have this new pasta or this new piece of produce or something that would be like really cool to like work with or something. I don't know, you know, just things like that, you know, get inspiration when you're at the grocery store. But yeah, just do all of that. And to be completely honest, it takes more time for me to prep for a video than it does to actually make the video, because you have to, like, of course, like, rinse all your produce, prepare it by chopping it, and then of course I have to, like, make sure all of this is clean and make sure there's no extra dishes and things like that. And so I just basically continue to do this until all of my produce is all set and ready to go. So I'm just going to continue to chop up the rest of my veggies, and then we can get started on the next step. Okay, so I went ahead and prepped all of my ingredients. So I have my onions, my garlic, my bell peppers with celery. And so this is kind of just an example of what I do normally for a video. Again, I just do all of the prep work, and now I'm just going to clean up a little bit, and then we can get started on our next step to making my food videos. Okay, so once I have all of my food prepped and I cleaned up my station, then I start setting up like the lightings and the camera and things like that. So since I already have you on a tripod, you're all set to go. But normally that's what I do. Normally I'll prep off camera, and then once I'm done with that, then I'll set my camera on the tripod. And as for the lighting, I try to film with as much natural lighting as possible, but sometimes it gets really dark early, and that's not always good for filming. So sometimes I like to use my studio lights, and these are awesome. I just got these online, and these are completely adjustable. You can make them taller, shorter, and all you do is plug them in, and it just turns on and off with this little button right here. I don't want to turn it on because I don't want to, like, blind you guys, but I just do that. I like play around with, like, the height, and then try to get as much of the best lighting and angles and things like that. They are actually really easy to assemble. It's just a matter of, like, hooking that all up and then just putting this shield over it, just like that. And that is what I use for my lighting. Okay, so the last thing that I do before clicking that record button is just make sure that my background is good to go, such as there's no dishes in the sink, there's no dishes left on the side drying, or there's nothing crazy going on over here. Just try and make sure it looks all clean and good to go for you guys. And so I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative, and this is just my personal process on how I make my videos. Of course, everyone has their own different process, but hopefully it kind of gives you a realization of what actually goes into making videos. It's not just a matter of clicking that record button. There's a lot of prepping and planning and setting things up, and I really hope that you liked this and you found it informative. But if you did like it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to click that subscribe button along with that notification bell, because you guys, we are so close to 100 subscribers. And so if you're watching this, please click that subscribe button. It would mean a lot to me, and it would really help me out. And if you would like to see more videos like this, such as like behind the scenes, or maybe more of like a day in my life vlog style videos, then definitely let me know. But until next time, I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.